Jeremy Macklem. Have you ever experienced personally or heard of any Scientologist accusing another of, quote, giving them their disembodied Thetans? Someone audits off some pesky Thetans and their roommate slash partner slash coworker gets upset thinking they have now acquired these unwanted friends, quote unquote. Scientology infighting over handling Thetans around like a disease? All right, Jeremy, I think this question's a little tongue-in-cheek, is how I think you meant this. I've only heard of Miscavige being afraid of this, actually. I mean, in terms of Scientologists never, ever openly talk about body Thetans. Under no circumstances are you to ever discuss that in any kind of public venue or amongst yourselves as Scientologists. That just is absolutely forbidden. Even amongst OTs, they never do it. This is actually like pretty solid, pretty hard bound policy inside Scientology. So no, OTs wouldn't necessarily be joking with one another. I suppose they could. I mean, outside the constraints of the church and its Sea Org bases and out in the big wide world, you can say whatever the hell you want. But you always have a chance of being reported on, because remember, Scientology is a snitch culture first and last. And even if you're in friendly terms with somebody right now and you guys are joking about Scientology, one of you might end up on a Sea Org base in the future and have to confess all of your joking and degrading, and then both of y'all are now in a whole lot of trouble. So, it's best to just keep your damn mouth shut in the first place, and that's what you learn when you're in that kind of culture. So odds are people are not even in an off-base joking way, talking about this. But David Miscavige apparently is terrified of body Thetans glomming onto him, hurting him, disrupting his life, influencing his mind in some manner. I don't know. I don't know if this is true or not, or if it's just another joke. But it's theoretically possible that a Scientologist could think that. I find it fascinating only because, or questionable. I question that story because I don't think David Miscavige believes that Scientology is real. I'm giving over that he recognizes he's in a con and he's in charge of that con. There are a lot of other possibilities there that David Miscavige is just that dumb or that extremist in his belief set that he still believes in it, but has somehow worked it all around that it's okay to act the way that he acts and does what he does, but he still believes in the theories of Scientology. I just, that's a stretch to me. I don't think that's how he is, but anything's possible. And like I said, I'm only harping on this because he's the only one I've ever heard of who, in a real way, has somehow expressed that he was afraid of children and body Thetans being around him and that kind of thing. So, so who knows? But there you go.